the stress. You've got a product called Immune Factors that often gets talked about as being something that we go to year after year. It's on our radar. We start to take Immune Factors.
Well, and especially this is the time of year, but I hope what Immune Factors does is remind us that it's our immune system that is our last and really our only line of defense. And to the extent we could support a healthy immune system, and I think most of us know what that requires, but to the extent we can support a healthy immune system, we're going to be contending with fewer issues and problems. And the best way to support a healthy immune system is with adequate sleep, which this time of year, of course, is more challenging than any time of year. And then, of course, we want to make sure that we're eating a healthy diet. We want to make sure when people talk about moisturizing their skin and spending a lot of money on expensive moisturizing products, the best way to start in terms of skin moisturization is by being adequately hydrated throughout the year. And most of us forget that in winter, especially in the northern climates, where everywhere it gets cooler, when we heat the air to create our comfortable temperature, ambient temperature in an indoor environment, that effectively dramatically lowers the relative humidity of the air we breathe and the air we're surrounded by. So we're like a moist sponge in a very dry environment in the desert during the winter, and it's just pulling the moisture out of us by way of our skin and by way of every breath we take. So if we want to have moist skin, if we want to have a healthy immune system, we need to be adequately hydrated because, again, human beings are an aqueous environment. We are mostly water. We talk about how important certain nutrients are or protein might be. They all take a distant back seat in terms of quantity of our composition to water. So water is a critical part of our immune system, a critical part of having beautiful skin. So hopefully, as part of using this product, which is almost a perfectly reviewed product. It's been improved since the day we introduced it almost 40 years ago when it was vitamin C and B complex. It's been improved. We've added standardized extracts that they themselves have improved of echinacea, goldenseal, standardized extracts of astragalus, an ever-improving extract of mushroom complex standardized for beta-glucan. So we've constantly improved this product, and the reviews have only gotten better. I think it's rated almost 5 stars itself. I think it's rated 4.7 or 4.8 stars. 4.8. 4.8 stars. So again, the key to approaching our immune system this time of year is remembering that what we do determines how well it can work on our behalf. And that starts with how well we sleep, how well we eat, how well we hydrate. All of those things are a critical component of a healthy immune system.
Now, if you've been watching Andrew for the past couple days, and maybe it was this, or maybe it was going to be Fibermucil or the oatmeal or any of the products in Andrew's line, don't forget, all the pricing does expire and the special free shipping at midnight tonight. And just so everybody knows, it is 6 flex for everything, on every size.
If you choose. If you choose. Even you can see the small size of our Immune Factors, our Try-Me size is $13.90. So I guess technically you could do a 6 flex and pay $2 a month for 6 months. I'm not sure if that's really practical. But again, and I don't know if folks ever notice if they have the camera on me like now where I have a cup of tea.
Yes,
my
it's always in your hand.
My friends know that, you know, if I go to the gym and they see a cup of tea like this, they know I left it there. That it's kind of, they know me by seeing my dog Lincoln, they know me when I leave my tea behind. That I always have, when I'm on a set here, it's low humidity here in the desert for the 2 hours we're going to be here, I'll probably drink at least a quart, if not more, of tea. And of course, tea is 99.99% water. It just has other protective compounds in it as well. So hydration is, can't emphasize it enough. And what I hear all the time from both men and women as they get older, because of our urinary tract and all of the issues that are associated with that, you know, more urgency when we need to go, it discourages our adequately hydrating ourselves, meaning it discourages us from drinking enough fluid because we don't want to have to contend with getting rid of that fluid that we've consumed. But it's worth the effort because being adequately hydrated, incredible for your immune system, incredible for the beauty of your skin, and just for all the systems in your body, whether the functioning of your liver, your digestive system, incredibly important.
So we are now, I think, 7 products in, Andrew, in 30 minutes, which is pretty fast.
No, we're running from products, but hopefully in answering a lot of questions, and I'm trying to talk more about the information